Omar Kelly, one of the hosts of the popular YouTube channel I Am Athlete, is a sports writer here in South Florida. Omar is a big Brian Flores bro and hasn't at all been in Tua Tagovailoa's camp. But he just dropped an article in the Sun Sentinel where he lists 10 reasons why the Dolphins can make the playoffs. I was shocked by his article, but it seems that even Omar Kelly is coming around to the realities of the possibilities with this year's Dolphin squad. Let's go through Omar's top 10 list right now. Number 1, Coach Mike McDaniel and his staff bring balance to the offense. Running the ball effectively comes down to 3 things: a forceful offensive line, a commitment to calling run plays, and a talented stable of tailbacks, all of which the Dolphins seemingly have in place for this season. Number 2, Miami's young and troublesome offensive line gets fixed. The Dolphins have poured a ton of resources into building the offensive line, and I don't think they're done yet. The hope is that last year's issues were a result of lackluster coaching and not just poor talent evaluation. Bottom line, this season is dependent upon a much better offensive line being in place. I don't think that Mike McDaniel is done making moves, but he really has to make sure that he's got an offensive line in place that is ready to take on the season and defend Tua. Number 3, Miami's defensive line will be a force again this season. The Dolphins have been one of the most successful teams in the league at applying pressure over the last 2 seasons. Emmanuel Ogbah, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer are all blossoming as young starters and were successful in putting some heat on opposing quarterbacks. And of course, there's Jaylen Phillips, who set a franchise record for sacks as a rookie. The defensive line once again could be a major force for the Dolphins this year. Number 4, defensive coordinator Josh Boyer proves that it wasn't head coach Brian Flores pulling the strings last year on defense. With the Brian Flores saga, do we really know who ran the defense last year? There are some credible claims that Boyer, Miami's defensive coordinator, was the one actually calling the plays on the defensive side of the ball. Now Boyer has free reign, Flores is gone, his ability to make the right calls and devise the right schemes will be critical. We'll soon see if it was Brian Flores or Boyer who was making the defensive calls at the end of last season. I'm really interested to see if Boyer was the guy who was devising the schemes and getting this defense ready to play during the run last year. Number 5, Tyreek, Jaylen, and Gesicki become one of the NFL's most dangerous trios. This one is obvious. Hill, Waddle, Gesicki, they're obviously among the top 10 fastest players at their respective positions. Mike McDaniel's job is to also make sure all 3 of these guys gets the right amount of touches. Opponents are really going to have to figure out how to cover these 3 guys without letting the running backs go wild as well. This team should put up some points if the offensive line is up to speed. Number 6, Tua Tagovailoa becomes the NFL's most accurate quarterback in 2022. I have to admit, this one floored me completely. I was shocked when I read what Omar had to say about Tua. Remember, he's never been a big Tua guy. But even Omar is astute enough to recognize that 1, Tua was already the 2nd most accurate quarterback in Dolphins history, and 2, if the offensive line is ready, this could be a breakout season for Tua Tagovailoa. And now I need you to hear this quote. Tagovailoa should be among the NFL's most accurate passers because of his ability to hit players in stride and his upper-echelon pocket presence. After all of the comments, all the crap, all the trolling we've heard about Tua, Omar is beginning to see the light. He actually wrote that. Wow. Number 7, Jevon Holland, Brandon Jones, and Eric Rowe make the Dolphins secondary great. The Dolphins secondary has been the strength of the team for the past few years, and the addition of Jevon Holland, the Fins' defensive backfield, actually got better. Another plus is the development of Brandon Jones. And we all know that All-Pro Xavier Howard is one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He's absolutely a shutdown corner. Number 8, the Dolphins special team unit will rebound from last year's struggles. Every aspect of Miami's special teams performance was lackluster in 2021, and didn't meet the team standards. Jason Sanders missed a career-high 8 field goals and 1 extra point last season. The Dolphins had to bring in a new punter by signing 14-year veteran Thomas Morstead. And our hope is that Miami's return game and coverage units will become more consistent after a dismal season last year. Number 9, Xavier Howard will lead the NFL in interceptions once again. Howard is a 3-time Pro Bowl selection. He's led the NFL in interceptions since he entered the league in 2016, and the Dolphins need him to be that guy again this year. The Dolphins have been a top 8 secondary for the past 2 years, and Miami needs Howard to lock down the opposition's best receiver to maintain that standing. I think that we're all confident that Xavier Howard can have an all-pro season once again this year. Number 10, the Miami Dolphins will have a relatively healthy 2022 season. Everything, and I do mean everything I've said in this video, is dependent upon the Dolphins staying healthy. It's a long season and guys will get hurt. As Omar writes, injuries are just a part of football. That's why every team loses about a half a dozen starters or key reserves for 6 or more games every season. What Miami can't do is lose too many of its key players whose performances usually directly affects the outcome of games because replacements or backups fall short of the standard. Bottom line, the Miami Dolphins have to stay healthy, period. No exceptions. They have to stay healthy. If all this happens, the Miami Dolphins won't just make the playoffs, they have a good chance of going deep into the playoffs. And dare I say it, maybe to the Super Bowl. So what do you think about Omar's top 10 list, and what do you think about his sudden perspective change on Tua Tagovailoa? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, check out some of these other Dolphin videos right here. Talk to you soon.